I welcome class 9 students to this computer subject. This is class 9, subject is computer, and title of the chapter is computing and ethics. Syllabus of this chapter is understanding computer crimes and abuse, understanding hacking, fraud on internet, basic definition regarding virus, protection against spam, digital crime and law, software copyright law, using computer to defend ourselves against crime, internal and external threats to a computer system, and how to prevent or how to restrict illegal access to our computer. So students, let us start the chapter, and please follow the mouse cursor which is painted in yellow color. Now first point is computer crimes and abuses. New technology generally creates a new application for criminals. When there is a chance to improve or improvise something, good people do good things, but hackers and criminals discovers a loophole and they try to do some fraudulent activity. Let us take the example of internet. Internet is used by nearly every people. Now, internet is a source of information for students, professional, and even other persons also. But this is also used by criminals and fraud people and hackers also. This is also source of software piracy and terrorist activity. Their activity include many things like planting virus, like doing some illegal activity, trying to gain access of your computer without authorization, stealing card information, and doing many more, password theft or anything else. So let us start this chapter with the act of hacking. What is hacking? Hacking is defined as unauthorized and illegal access to the data held on a computer system. Now we will understand that the data or information is kept by one person and another person is trying to steal that data by illegal means. The extent of hacking is very difficult, as it is discovered only by accident. Now there are billions of dollars of loss due to hacking every year. Smart computer programmers are generally hackers. Hacking is often caused by employees of an company who have inside knowledge about the users and password. They pass this knowledge to another manipulated person, and he, with his mastery of knowledge, try to do hacking. The ability of such hacker to carry out illegal or illegitimate actions without being detected is hampered by audit and monitor software that comes with operating system. But they are also not foolproof, because smart hackers do not leave their traces. The motive behind hacking can be sometime good, sometime bad. Computing students who are learning about operating system may find their happiness in penetrating the operating system or any security system, but without any permission, doing so can land them in jail. So hacking is not permitted 100% by everyone and any means. Now let's take an example. In 1996, a young computer technician obsessed with X-Files and search for alien spacecraft had penetrated US Air Force computer. Now let me show you something about this X-Files. X-Files was a serial, TV serial. It was aired on Star TV, and he was fascinated by this theory and incidentally he got into trouble. He was motivated by a belief that a captured alien spacecraft has been held at a remote Nevada Air Base, which is in the US. He was pressed not by technology, by traditional police actions, when he boasted to an undercover FBI agent that he had done something of this sort. So he was in trouble and got into jail. Now, second threat is theft of money. All the hackers want something. They want information, they want data, they want details, and some hackers also want money. In a recent case, police in US claimed to have cracked an informal ring of 1,000 hackers that had obtained credit card information of many companies, and they were planning to create a fraud of billions of dollars. And this is only 2% of cases that were traced. About 98% of hacking cases are not solved. Next is theft of data. Data can be stolen by illegal access or by stealing. In 1990, notebook computers of US Navy was stolen, and one of the laptop notebook contains Allied invasion plan, that is US military attacking Iraq. Fortunately, that was discovered. Otherwise, the result of Gulf War could have been different. Next point is fraud. The most common form of fraud on internet take place between sellers and buyers. Now, any person can post something that is not in good condition and claims it as good, because the buyer is seeing the picture only. He is not able to see the actual stuff. Similarly, a seller could represent himself and project himself as an employee of another company, which is not true. Now there could be payment, and there will be a fraud in this case. Next point in our discussion is a virus. Virus is a short form of vital input resources under siege. Computer viruses are generally undesirable computer softwares or programs which generally cause loss of data, and they also provide a backdoor for illegal access. Viruses are generally developed with a definite intention to damage the computer or cause inconvenience or annoyance to computer user. There are also some other motives like stealing of card information or stealing of password. The virus usually overrides the first instruction of a particular program on an infected disk and then force the user to choose an option which will again get the user into further trouble. In most cases, virus first action is to copy itself from any external device to the hard disk and multiply itself. Viruses are also designed to be very smart so that they can hide themselves, and they are also sometimes left behind in antivirus system. Some virus lie sleeping waiting to be triggered by a particular event or particular date. So viruses are designed by smart programmers, and they are designed to achieve a certain goal. Now these all are actually crime, since they include the softwares, hardwares, so they are also termed as a digital crime. The rapid progress of IT and computer technology has led to the need of law that would apply to the criminals. Laws in India have impacted on computer users in India. A general approach to common standard for internet related laws have been implemented in European Union and It was effective from October 96. India is a first country among a few to implement digital crime. In early 90s, hacking was not illegal. There were no laws against the hacking, but later on, India adopted some strict laws against hacking, and now unauthorized access and hacking is punishable by law. Computer software is now covered by the laws which cover wide range of intellectual property such as text, image, music, software, literature and many things. Now provision of act makes it illegal to copy a software or run a pirated software or reproduce the software without the agreement of its manufacturer. Software can be easily copied and sold illegally. In addition to the programming ideas and method stolen by a computer, now Microsoft Corporation was challenged by Apple computers for copying the look and feel of their GUI model. Now in this case Apple was defeated, but Microsoft was a little bit liable to be apprehended. Now there are certain methods, there are expert programmers, they can reverse engineer the machine code. How reverse engineering is done is studied in engineering topic. So if you are planning to go into engineering field, then you will study the technique of reverse engineering. NASSCOM is a Indian firm or Indian government firm that looks after the computer law in India. Full form of NASSCOM is National Association of Software and Services Company. They regulate IT and computer law in India. Now, using computer to combat crime is a lengthy topic. Although computers are involved in criminal activity, there are many more positive aspects to the computers in crime. They can be proved invaluable in detection and tracing of crime. It means that hackers or criminals commit the crime with the help of computer, and the same computer system is used to trace them. Detection is very often about collecting and compiling huge amount of data. The case acted as the impetus for implementation of home system. Now databases of fingerprint, stolen vehicle, credit card information and other activities are now compiled in a database. So in coming days it will be very tough for criminals to do computer related crime. Let us see internal and external threats to a computer system. Data and programs within a computer system are vulnerable to deliberate or accidental destruction or attack, both from inside the organization as well as from outside. At the one end of a scale, it could be a pen drive or a floppy drive which goes missing, or sometimes it shows that drive is unreadable. At the other end, criminal hacking into many big organizations can steal millions of rupees. So let us see internal and external threats to our computer system. Internal threats first include the hardware failure. A disk head crash can make the content unreadable. Next is faulty procedure or faulty programming. Third is natural disaster, including fire, flood, hurricanes, earthquake can destroy the building and also destroy the computer system. Fourth is negligence of computer. It could also result in loss of data. Fifth point is dishonest staff. They can leak the confidential information. External threat include the hacking attempt by external person and second virus downloaded from the internet. Now, systems are perceived to be secure. Organization may suffer from a lack of confidence by the customer if the system is compromised. Now, banks are not ready to disclose how much money is lost in per hacking attempts, but international studies have shown that this amount goes into billions of dollars per year. Now, how to protect our computer system from illegal access? First, physical restriction to the computer department. It means that only restricted people should have access to the computer system. They should be provided ID, badge or system, and again they should be screened before accessing the computer system. Second is providing username and password. It also helps in accessing the system, because if anyone has a physical access to the computer, he should have the username and password. Otherwise, the access to the sensitive information can be impossible. Third method is data access control. Access to various data files on the computer can be restricted to those people who need it. It means need to know basis. It means they will have to put a access time during office hour, and there should be hierarchy of people who can access what content. Fourth, a special software can be installed on the computer which can maintain a record of login, logout and keystroke typing. Fourth method is data encryption or coding. It means data must be encrypted before the transmission. Now data is scrambled at the sending end and the key is sent to receiver. In between, if there is a hacking attempt, they will gain nothing. Now we will see issues surrounding access to the internet. With so much material present on the internet, there are other considerations beyond making the transfer of data secure. Now, first, parents and school do not want children accessing the computer. Companies want some control over email and jokes which are sent among them from office hour. Many organizations, including business and school, set up their own company with a wider intranet. This is very effective in some way and provides some facility and security against the virus attack. Now let us see this one point. This firewall concept is very useful. A proxy server to control access to internet and to control access from outside is also beneficial. We should also install a very strong firewall, and using internet we can control who can access the computer or not. So students, you can see we have completed the chapter. This was very small chapter of 2 pages. Here are some keywords. Please go through the chapter. We will again meet with a new video, new session, new chapter. Till then, bye bye.